Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, Brian is going to make a side dish that is so good. Like, I made this and took it Christmas Day.
It really is good.
Over to Tammy and Craig, say Tammy and Craig, and it was so good. People, I can't tell you how many people asked for the recipe. So then I thought, well, that's a good one. So I made it for our New Year's Day thing that we had here with like 16 people. Gone. Boom. It was gone, and everybody wanted the recipe. So I figured, just going to show you guys. It's delicious. It's actually a side dish with mushrooms. It's basically a mushroom casserole. So I'm going to show you the ingredients. It's so simple. I'm going to have Brian make it for you, and I know you're going to love it. All right, here's what you need. You need an 8x8, and I've buttered this. You need the inside of this buttered. This is mushrooms, but it is certainly not a low-calorie item. You need a pound of any kind of mushroom sliced. I like to use like the baby portobello, the whole ones, and then I like to slice them because I like a nice thick slice. You need a half a cup of beef bouillon, which I made this with better than bouillon because you guys know that that's my favorite. Half a cup of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1/2 cup of butter, and then you need some Parmesan cheese and some garlic butter croutons. So the first thing that happens is you're gonna, oh, I need to plug that in. Hold on, let me go get the plug in. Yeah, it's a good thing Brian's here. He found it. It was over by the boiling water canner because I thought that was it. So we're gonna set this at about 350, and you're gonna put this butter in here. I'm gonna do this part, and then boom, that's it. Now what he's gonna do is just let that melt, and when that melts, then you put the mushrooms in and you saute them. You could add some onions if you want. But I'm not gonna. But we're gonna let this melt down. But when you saute the onions or the mushrooms, you don't want to saute them all the way down because they're gonna go in the oven for like 30 minutes. So they will continue to kind of soften. So I'm gonna get this all melted, and then we'll come back to you when it's time to put the mushrooms in. All right, Brian says he's ready for the mushrooms. So we're gonna pour the whole pound, 1 pound of sliced mushrooms in there. Now he's gonna saute them. Now when these are sauteed, you could put a little bit of Parmesan cheese because it's going to go on the top, but you could put a little in there too if you wanted. So he's just going to let those saute around until they're, I'm going to say like 50% completely sauteed. So we'll let those go, and I'll bring you back to show you what they'll look like at the point you're going to add the flour. All right, now these are kind of getting a little soft, but that's what you want them to look like right there. Let me see if I can show you a little close up. See there? Kind of what you want them to look like. So now you're going to sprinkle the flour in there, and it's going to kind of make a roux. It's going to be awesome when you put the bouillon in there. So it's just going to absorb all the butter, and it kind of takes that raw floured taste off. So you want to cook that till there's no white, and like all the butter is kind of solid on the mushrooms. We'll do that for a couple seconds. We'll be right back. Alright, he's got that. You can see there's no like floating butter, I guess you would say, in the bottom of that pan. So I'm going to mix this bouillon up, and I'm going to pour this in, and you're slowly going to kind of stir that around, and it's going to thicken like a gravy, sort of. See how it kind of grabs that flour and thickens up? Let's put the rest of that in there. My favorite, better than bouillon, the best. Okay, so we're gonna do that until it's a little thicker. You see it's kind of thickening up, kind of like a gravy would in a way. All right, let me get it boiling again. And then in just a second, after this goes for a couple seconds, we're gonna add that heavy cream in. And once that's all incorporated real good, we're going to put it in that 8x8 baking dish. And then we're going to make the top of it awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to slowly add in this cream. And you're going to kind of mix that around. Kind of thickens up a little bit. You guys, it is so good. I have to tell you, I could eat this. I'm like, this is going to be my potluck go-to now, I think, because so many people loved it. So now he's going to mix that around until it's really nice incorporated. It's kind of thickening up. And then that should just take a minute or so, and then we'll come back and we're going to put it in the 8x8 Pyrex dish. All right, that looks good. So you can see it kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of a creamy mushroom. This would be good on top of steak or anything. So Brian's going to tip this up, and I'm just going to scooch it into this pan. There we go. Now, here's what happens that makes it so amazing. Hang on. Get all that in there. Yeah, we'll tip. Okay, perfect. Now, you're good. So now, I'm going to mix that all up. Oh, you got to see. There you go. Sorry, I was kind of outside of your view. And you need to see what happens next. Okay, so now it's all mixed in there. What are you doing?
Getting this piece up.
Oh, okay. Get that piece out. And then I have to wipe the edge of my casserole dishes. I can't stand the dirty edge of a casserole dish. I always do that. Keeps you from getting those burn marks all over your casserole. It just looks nicer when it's cooked. Okay, now what's going to happen, we've got these garlic croutons all over the top. And put them on. Just cover that guy. Usually, like, yeah, you could almost put the whole packet on there. Perfect.
A little bit more?
Yeah, use the whole package. Awesome. And then, now that's all on there, and those are the garlic butter croutons. You got to have it that way. It's just about, now if you added onions inside those, it's okay, you got it. If you added onions in the mushrooms, you could do those like those fried onions on top. And now we're going to cover the whole top of it with Parmesan cheese, the finely shredded kind. And we're not going to be sparing. We're going to make this worth eating right there. Okay. I think that's good. Now, this goes in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. And when we come back, we're going to have salad, we're going to have steak, and I want to show you guys my rolls. Don't those look delicious? So we're going to have rolls, mushroom, casserole, salad, and steak. So I'll bring you back when this is done and we're ready to dish everything up. All right, he just got this out of the oven. Now look at this. Look at it's like all bubbly. It's so good. So now I'm going to broil some steaks, and I'm going to put that on there. It is so good. So he did a good job, huh? Okay, so let me get our dinner put together, and then you can see this is so good. So awesome. All right, here it is. If you like mushrooms, you're going to love this. And I will put a printable recipe in the description. I'm just going to taste it for you. It is so good. I love it. Okay. That is delicious. You got to try it. If you like mushrooms, this is going to be on your list. I know it. So, there you have it. Mushroom casserole. Perfect side dish. Best potluck thing ever. And as always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in my next video.